What's up? Z here. Today we will be talking about the cultural significance of my favorite Episode 1 simulator developed by a bunch of boomers called The Police. Yeah, it's 25 years old, so what? Don't make me come back. Welcome to Awesome Android 10,000, where you can play as the titular Titanium Trooper or Red Girly Robot. Look at his hair. That's right, you thought he Ayanami'd himself all the way back to the Sega Mega Drive in Big Boy Kai, but it's cool, he's fixed up correctly this time. They gave him tits. So fuck ranged combat. From here on out, we're the focus of the story. So please grab firm hold of your gizmos and gadgets, and prepare to thrust. We will be playing as Ginny Weasley as we steal X's job, stop your friendly neighborhood Repliforce from going Skynet, and most importantly, try and get some of that
sweet Android action.
Maybe we might just figure out.
What am I fighting for?
With that said, let's begin. Let's do something about that. Okay, I think I know something that's a little more appropriate here. Not bad. If you want to mess around with this yourself, I'll help you out. First, you're going to want to download scripts from this website and use them on Python, but you don't know how to use Python, so you ask your brother and he says get PyCharm, but that doesn't come with Python, so you download Python, but it's the wrong version, and then you get a different version. That's still not the right version. You put a file in the folder and you run the Mandriller file back and you place it upside down, and that'll turn your wave files back to the same file when you first had them out, or else and then you're going to run the game and hope it doesn't crash. This is where I'm supposed to say, check the description for the downloads, but that would be an outright lie. I will be revealing where they are in this video. Consider yourself
my hostage.
In the meantime. Nah, I'm just messing around. They're down there, and you probably don't care. So I will be providing my thoughts and a guide on how to beat one of the best games in the MegaMan X series. Oh yeah, you can play as Black Zero by holding up at the start, but it provides no tactical advantage whatsoever. Okay, so now that we've addressed that, let's massacre some Mavericks. They're at the point 5567. Whatever. Let's fucking go.
Ready, motherfucker.
Let's get ready to blitz!
Welcome to the tutorial. It kinda sucks. So let's send a message here, and then I'll explain why. His first attack always misses. Okay, here's why. I just feel like they kinda do you dirty. Got it? Let's move on. The last thing to introduce is
Prepare yourself!
the story. Okay. What up, goon? Oh, you blew up this city, man? That's cool. I used to be a Maverick. I get it. It appears that our highly advanced android brain with the capabilities to think and feel lacks pattern recognition. That's cool. He knows how this works. We'll catch up with him in about 2 minutes. Let's finish up the second part of this tutorial where unfortunately our girlfriend survived, which means that wasn't a recurring childhood nightmare. This story transcends bad, which somehow pulls the ultimate Uno reversal and makes the game even better. Here is the first of many times I will be employing the strategy of face-tanking the damage.
Easy.
Let's check in with the Colonel. See what I mean? Who wrote this? What's their dude's number? Anyways, long and short of it is, these hippie robots believe in peace and love or some shit like that, and we're gonna put down their rebellion. So we're at the meat of the game. X4 takes a completely different approach, putting you up against 8 unique robot masters, of which you acquire their powers and then fight a mysterious final villain. Seeing as he's a traitor, Magma is back on the menu and our first priority. It seems he only made it about halfway there. We're gonna have to go full Virgil and escort
His ass
to California.
Here we go!
2B2T is the oldest Anarchy server in mine. Let's return to the game Microsoft has not stolen from me. This first level isn't too noteworthy. Even if you get hit here, you won't die. With no health upgrades, you can still smash your way through. Our second area consists of more dashing, and our first hard tank is right here. Despite looking like it might need movement upgrades, you can definitely get to it. Last thing of note is this, and the reason we start with this boss. This is your ride armor. There are many like it, but this one is yours. Cherish it, bring it into the boss fight, and start wailing. First, let's check what words of wisdom this wyvern wannabe has to offer. This better be worth my time, lava loser.
What a fool you are.
That all you got? Nice burn.
Why have you come unprepared?
I'm in the riding arm.
What a grand and intoxicating innocence.
You blow a fuse or something, dude?
I'm a god. How can you kill a god?
I am about to show you.
How could you be so naive? There is no escape.
Okay, that does it. The goal's pretty simple. Keep your ride armor as long as you can. He doesn't seem to know he's entirely outclassed. I mean, like, in the first game, I bodied someone wearing ride armor, and this is the riding armor, and I'm the one in it this time, so get fucked, loser. Pick your battles, kids. Now let's be perfectly clear, this is just to pour salt on the goon wound, and we will continue to disrespect him. As a kid, I was kinda excited that he was introduced so soon in the story, like he was gonna have a part in it. So in my headcanon, he comes back as a Force ghost and pals around with Zero, but in reality, I think we were all hoping for that steamy love triangle. Turns out, whoever you fight him with, he just wanted an honorable battle. And, we denied him that. Awesome. Anyways, let's get out of here. We have no reason to come back. If you're not familiar with the game, Zero's upgrades work a little different than X's. Some do grant an elemental weapon, and you do not have an energy bar. It's pretty sweet. Downside is, some aren't that exciting. That being said, the Dragon Flame Blade, as it is known to us filthy gaijin, is pretty legit. Now, if you've watched this far into the video, I'm afraid to tell you none of this is real and you may be afflicted by a terrible mind parasite. This program will return after you have been released from cold storage.
Good morning. Please reflect briefly on this music. This is art. You should now feel mentally reinvigorated.
Hello, and welcome back to MegaMan X4. Next stop is infiltrating cyberspace to beat up Mark Zuckerberg. He's not stopping with stealing data and swaying elections. Your mind will be uploaded and organs harvested for the sake of the feed. Let's visit the web zone. Don't be confused, I'm not talking about him. We'll stomp on him soon. But as for right now, time to fight big tech the only way we know how. His level is all about speed. This first area is designed to show you that it's all about speed. You receive a ranking at the end of each section, so try not to fuck up. The second section's the one that matters. It's okay, you can take a hit or two and still get an S. A just lets you progress, and B makes you repeat the level. If you are above the age of 10, you should have no issue getting the heart tank. In a similar vein, unless you're an actual ninja, you will likely struggle to get the E-tank without the Yep, A for optimal. But that's okay, because if you do mess up, you can try and spawn as many little rolly balls as you can here. I could count 10 in this frame, and I was able to get one more before I died. Leave a comment if you beat my record of 11. Kind of missed the 90s when words like supercomputer and mainframe just conjured up totally unfounded images of what cyberspace could be, usually a physical place, like this. With that in mind, I love the look of these levels. The speed test is a nice gimmick. The second area features no such gimmick and appears to be some sort of attempt at a puzzle, but rather plays like more of a CAPTCHA. Needless to say, we will not be participating whenever possible. It's not particularly difficult, and considering the fight that's coming up, taking some damage isn't too much of a worry. Okay, let's get this over with.
Greetings, Zero. Do you accept cookies?
What the fuck are you on about?
This is cyberspace. You must review our cookie policy before we can begin.
No, I don't. Just reject all.
Unfortunately, some are strictly necessary.
Reminder, those pop-ups are designed to make you dislike laws meant to protect your privacy and sacrifice your rights for convenience.
I don't care how many truths you spit, Peacock. I'm still here to kill you.
Huh? Wait, what did I spit? Where was I? I blacked out.
Is all of Repliforce this fucked up? What is wrong with you?
I just did a bunch of cyberketamine before you got here.
Holy shit. You need a minute or are you ready to go?
Wait. I just did a bunch of ketamine before you got here.
You cannot die quick enough.
Wait, before you go, don't you want Peacock Daily in your inbox?
Let's fry this turkey. This is an easy fight. Let's not waste time. It helps to be well equipped and always bring adequate protection. If you haven't, please update your browser and deploy your firewall. He doesn't stand a chance. Alright, so now we've got the also known as the Giga Attack. Back at base, Iris has growing concerns over the safety of her family.
What do you think you're doing?
It's justified.
But first, we have to send some of these other shitheads to the scrap heap. Split Mushroom is a stupid name. It's funny to me that they hit the bottom of the barrel after like one game, but come on.
I mean,
Let's see what it was in the original Japanese. Really? It's not clear to me how he's a threat if he only attacks visitors, but nothing's stopping this robot rampage. You probably realize we have the tools to take down the Space Force and also roast Walrus, but your main priority is purchasing a ring from my Etsy.
I'll put that to good use.
Please getting up in everyone's face with ninja flips. Let's go out back and take this shroom behind the shed.
The long-term effects of these rotating graphics have not been tested, so please avert your eyes and look at these instead. 90s 2D developers were insecure and thought this stupid shit looked cool. Thank you for your cooperation.
This is an absurdly impractical staircase. Try not to think too hard about why there's a teleporter at the end either. Or why it would work for us, or why we don't just zap down into the boss room. Like, see what I mean? Don't worry about it. What is concerning is just how far this motherfucker's gone. I didn't think a biolab would be a threat to robot society, but this robo-bio crossbreeding is some Slanesh shit that needs to be annihilated immediately. Fortunately, I live in one of the stupid states with little regard for life, so let's flush these Robotnik abominations, starting with our first mini-boss. I almost died, so here's a refresher. He's gonna knock out that floor, and this is MegaMan, so those spikes are killing you. Z-Saber does plenty of damage as long as you hit him. And if you can safely land, you can use your
U-engine
for decent damage. If you play like a total clown like me, as a last resort you can get some iframes by taking intentional damage and try and finish him off with your
Giga Attack.
At the very least, you feel cool doing it. I think the most useful aspect of the Giga Attack is the invulnerability you get from it. You'll see what I mean. In the second section, prepare yourself for the non-stop onslaught of balls to the face while being constantly rammed in the rear. As before, you might just need to get good to get this heart tank. Just keep dash kicking off this wall. You got it. As we navigate these OSHA violations, I'm wondering if these are sentient Reploids or just doing their job. It's not really clear. I think we're just breaking and entering here. Jokes aside, I do enjoy this level. Feels like they took inspiration from Boomer Quanger's level. Don't think they should have taken it from this part though. Glad this came out way before microtransactions. Mercifully, they give you a little bit of health, but it's not going to help me. For reasons I choose not to disclose, I am obligated to not meme on him and let him say his piece.
Cool.
Whoops. Don't do that. Alright, time to make him live up to his name. A wiser player would wait an extra moment for his iframes to end before attacking again here. You can remove almost a third of his health before he even goes into his second attack. I'd advise against using his weakness because then you'd have to endure this noise. I don't think it's worth it, and his second biggest weakness is your regular jumping attack. Might take you a few tries, but after you finally fucking learn how to dodge...
Still working on that.
He's not too bad to deal with. Now we become the Blade Master, but vertical. And we have yet to reach our full potential. You see, welcome to my bathroom. You see, I think it's time we ditched this piece of shit and got our hands on something a bit more powerful and definitely a lot less legal. It's from China. But that's okay. And does not matter, because you should have picked up that we're the one and only state-sanctioned Maverick. remain strapped, or just perhaps, you may get clapped. Let me tell you, jail beats the grave. So guess which one
I've been to.
that's not.
A joke.
Obviously, Zero could not be trusted with a gun, so we will have to clap this out the old-fashioned way. You remember Storm Eagle's stage? That shit was
Straight dope, fam.
probably one of the best stages. It's about as tall as it is wide. How about all that secret stuff you get to explode?
Good shit.
Really fun fight, too. He's surprisingly chill with just you running up and shooting him in the face. And when he goes all birdemic, just blast him with your X-Buster. And like, this secret is new to me today. And you can do this. Then we crash his plane into a power plant.
Sick.
Now please reflect on this highly illustrative diagram I've created of Storm Owl's level. With the exception of X's death trap in the second stage, it's literally a straight line. If you somehow don't go fast enough to get the heart tank, I consider that the exception, and you should probably consider a different hobby too. Please like and subscribe. The only thing saving it from my dreaded lowest rating of kinda sucks is, if you didn't notice, I like laser beams. Aside from that, the boss fight's pretty fun too. So grab your armor, get your heart tank, enjoy the visual frenzy, and let's move on. Before I complain about the second stage, I just wanted to mention that he took over a space fortress to conquer the air. Yeah. Okay. Again, I find myself wondering why we haven't just teleported straight here. Just repress that shit like all the other stuff. Let's go dumpster this mini-boss. He's very easy and a complete pushover. No matter which way you slice it. It's pretty hard to lose here. He suffers from a severe iframe deficiency, so Kuenzan spam or the Ryu engine will take him out pretty quick. By the way, have you ever seen an owl without their feathers? It's pretty fucked up, huh? There won't be anything left of this owl, though. Let's rock and roll.
Ready to roll out.
But first, let's see what this birdbot's owl about.
Why did you come here?
I'm working on my Mace Window cosplay mashup.
Why do you continue to follow your orders while your superiors betray you?
Why are you so echoey? You mean X? Good joke. I'm in charge, bro. Besides, Maverick.
Well, I'll tell you then. You enjoy the killing.
Damn straight, son.
Mega attack is his weakness.
Yes, every time.
And for once, they reward you for being a skilled player. Let me explain. Fighting the bosses in order results in a cycle of shit I've dubbed hit it and quit it. Use their weakness, get bonus damage, wait for iframes, rinse and repeat. Kinda sucks all the fun out of it when you put it that way, but however, a well lined up
Giga attack.
actually lets you get multiple hits. So lure them in nice and close, and at the last second hit that shit. Lining up a really good one is highly satisfying, and it owns. Also, unlike our previous boss, top tier sound design on this guy. And since you trade damage for more ammo, don't be afraid to get up close and personal. Alternatively, you can finish him off outside the screen. And now that the fight's over, I can tell you it's basically a cosmetic upgrade, but you do get to destroy enemy projectiles.
Sweet.
If that's a bit of a letdown, let me lift your spirits. Though we don't see the aftermath, in the X4 manga, the fleet does indeed crash into a volcano.
That's awesome.
Yo, the rest of this shit is wild too. MegaMan gets mega
Mad.
and proceeds to pound the pellets out of him, then subjects him to summary,
Execution. Gnarly.
and the artwork is just a fucking trip. Like, what's going on here? Yeah. Anyways, let's wrap this up. Now, if you're X, you have to show the Colonel who's boss. On the other hand, we get this,
The coop now.
which you should already be familiar with. If you haven't seen it, please watch it on your own time. So for now, Hunter's adjourned. Thanks to
Our Beamsor.
3 less Reploids are mining Bitcoin in their background processes. As for Repliforce, we basically just took out Herman
Not bad.
That was our last fight, so I'll leave you with this. Young men out there, if you ever find yourself getting between your girlfriend and her family, always make sure she knows you are willing to kill them over a matter of personal pride.
Absolute GigaChad move.
Meanwhile, my PC is on fire, and I have no interest in dealing with another origin and cause investigation. Find out the rest of the story, learn some low-key dummy thick tactics, and contribute to my upcoming legal fees in part 2. Thank you for watching. Catch you guys later. Special thanks to
Shrimp, crab, octopus, lobster, dinner, clinking beer mugs, SUV, clinking beer mugs, clinking beer mugs, police light, crying face, door, 6 o'clock, shower, 7 o'clock, chains, judge, bacon, smiley face, man, egg,
for making this possible. The video is now over.